For this deep relaxation, really take a moment to position your body so that it is deeply at ease. We really want our body to feel cozy and warm. And we'll be lying still or resting for a little while. So it's okay to start almost a little bit too warm, as we tend to cool down a little as we rest. And noise tends to feel more loud as we rest. So take a moment to allow the environment to be as quiet as possible. And we can start with the sound of the bell. So sensing your physical body resting. Just noticing where it's in contact with the floor, the mat, or the bed, wherever you're lying down. Sensing what parts of your feet are touching the floor, your calves, your thighs, your seat, your back. Sensing your shoulder blades, your two arms at rest. Sensing your head at rest, the weight of your head. Aware of the movement of your breath, that sense of opening and expansion with your in-breath, and that sense of release with your out-breath. And you can use your out-breath to invite your body to let go of a little bit more of its weight. That on your out-breath you can succumb and release just a tiny bit more, feeling a little heavier against the ground. And we'll start by allowing our mind to sink down through our body all the way to our right foot. So to really fill our right foot with our awareness for a moment. Just sensing the physical space that it takes up, the textures that it's in contact with, things that our right foot is touching. Sense of its own weight as it rests. And is it possible to focus only on the top of your right foot, the top of your toes, to just isolate that upper part of your right foot? And can you slide down to the two sides of your right foot? And then pull back to the heel, just sensing for a moment the heel of your right foot. And then slowly drawing your awareness along the sole of your right foot. And allowing it to be slow, as though you would map out this landscape afterwards. So just sensing the perimeter of your right foot, sensing the curve of the arch, the shape of your footprint, and coming into your 5 toes, just so that you can sense your little toe pads to finish off your footprint. And you can press or wiggle your toes to see if you're really there. And if you scanned your right foot with a thermal scanner, can you find the coziest part of your right foot? The most orangey red part of your foot. And we'll release our awareness of that for a moment. And then you can go and discover your left foot. You can move into your left foot, sensing what it's in contact with. So the different textures and feelings that the skin of your left foot feels. Sensing just the top of your left foot, top of your toes. So isolating this upper strata of your left foot. Moving down to the 2 sides. Is it possible to sense the left side of your left foot and the right side of your left foot? And pulling back to the heel, sensing the heel for a moment. And then drawing your awareness very slowly along the sole of your left foot. Just sensing the shape of your footprint, aware of the elegant curvature of your arch, sensing the shape of your foot, coming into your little toe pads for a moment, sensing the signs of life in your left foot, warmth, tingling, and including now your right foot in your awareness, so sensing both feet. You might get a sense of the mood of your 2 feet, if they're feeling tired or peaceful or restless or bored, like that, it's fine. And then allowing your right foot to begin to fill with this deeply heavy, relaxed energy. This very heavy and deeply easeful, this energy of releasing and letting go. Beginning to fill your whole right foot into your toes. And allowing your left foot to begin to fill with this heavy, relaxed energy. This shape filling with this heavy, relaxed energy. This weighted energy, as though someone poured molten metal, like that heavy, so that our left foot fills completely with this heavy, relaxed energy, and our right foot fills completely with this heavy, relaxed energy. And both feet can let go very deeply. They can really give their weight to be fully supported. And from our 2 resting feet, this heavy, relaxed energy can begin to infuse, to slowly begin to saturate into our body, to slowly begin to spread through our body. So infusing our 2 ankle joints with this heavy, relaxed energy, winding its way through every nook and cranny of our ankle joints, and then soaking into our calves, aware of the bones in our calves, muscle, the connective tissue, the warm blood moving through, and the skin of our calves, allowing all of this to become saturated with this heavy, relaxed energy, so that our two calves can rest really deeply for a moment, can really give their weight. Resting deeply for a moment. And this heavy, relaxed energy starts to infuse our right knee and our left knee. Traveling through every nook and cranny of these two knee joints. And if we find any tightness or holding, you can imagine this energy as being so fine that it can travel cell by cell. It can just move in this very fine infusion and then gather into this deeply easeful energy. So it can work its way into the tightest parts of ourselves. And our left knee and our right knee can take a moment to be fully supported. This energy suffusing both joints, so that our two knees can really have the space, the soothing qualities they need to really thrive. We're so grateful for our knees. They've enabled us to move through so many spaces effortlessly in our lives. So we can make a gift of this moment to our two knees. And from our two knees, this heavy, relaxed energy can begin to soak in to our thighs. These longest bones of our body, strong thigh muscles, aware of the connective tissue that enables us to walk and dance and run, come up and down stairs, sit with ease, aware of the warm blood moving through, and the skin of our thighs in touch with our clothes, sensing the weight of our thighs as they rest for a moment. So these two thighs filling with this heavy, relaxed energy. And soaking into our seat now, aware of our pelvic area, our lower back, our buttocks, our lower tummy, sensing our hips, this real cradle of our bodies, allowing this whole area to begin to grow heavier and heavier as this heavy, relaxed energy begins to saturate this lowest part of our torso. And then finding our lower back. So just resting for a moment where we sense our back ends. Sensing the vertebrae as we slowly follow our vertebrae up our back. And very slowly, just taking a few at a time, allowing them to become deeply infused with this heavy, relaxed energy. Penetrating our vertebrae deeply, allowing the sense of soothing and ease and release. Moving a little bit further up our back, this heavy, relaxed energy enfolding one vertebra after another, offering this deeply easeful, soothing energy so that each vertebrae has the space it needs, the sense of maybe a little adjusting or repositioning to allow every vertebra to have the space it needs to thrive. Moving further up our back again, this heavy, relaxed energy, powerful force moving through our spine, allowing this release. Our spine doesn't need to do any work at the moment, it can just rest. And following our vertebrae up to our upper back and sensing as they grow very small and fine as they move into our neck. Just allowing this flow, this heavy, relaxed energy to invite each vertebra in our spine to rest deeply. To let go of any tightness or holding. And really lay itself down with a spacious ease and rest deeply. And we'll allow our awareness to travel down our spine again to the base. And this time as we move up, we will span out from our spine, just sensing our back. So at the very lower part of our back, spanning outwards across the musculature of our lower back, allowing these muscles to fill with this heavy, relaxed energy. Deep infusion of ease across our lower back. These muscles that protect our kidneys and our lower organs, that give us strength and flexibility to move and twist and do so much because of our healthy back. And then moving further up our back again and spanning outwards again. Just sensing our lower back just as it is, whether it's feeling achy or tired, whether it's feeling super cozy and snuggled. Just allowing our back to be open to receive this heavy, relaxed energy, nourishing, easeful release. And moving up to the level of our ribs now, as we span out from our spine, just following our graceful ribs out to the edge of our back, just sensing these bones that protect our most precious organs, our lungs and heart. These ribs that are so flexible constantly, that move with our every breath to make it as easeful as possible for us. These are kind ribs. And moving up to the level of our shoulder blades, spanning out from our spine to sense these two blades on our upper back, these two panels. And we can tour the perimeter of our left shoulder blade and our right shoulder blade, just sensing the musculature that's around these two shoulder blades. We may sense a tightness or a knotting, or maybe just a low level sense of holding. And inviting this heavy, relaxed energy to come deeply into every cell of this area, so that our two shoulder blades become heavier. They might naturally sink a little bit down our back. And allowing this heavy, relaxed energy to move into the very top of our shoulders, as though someone rested a hand there for a moment. A sense of deep ease in these bones, these muscles, this connective tissue, that this whole area can grow heavy. And can let go for a moment. And from our shoulders, soaking down our two arms, aware of our upper arms, the skin touching our clothes, the warm blood moving through, connective tissue, the muscle, the bone, the marrow nourishing our bone. Allowing all of this to become saturated with this heavy, relaxed energy. Soaking deeply into our upper arms, soaking into our elbow joints, soaking into our forearms, aware of the skin, warm blood, connective tissue, muscle of our forearms, the bones, the very marrow of our bones, so that our two entire arms become saturated with this heavy, relaxed energy, and that they can both really let go for a moment, really give their weight to allow themselves to be fully supported. Moving into our left wrist and our right wrist, allowing these joints to become infused with this easeful, heavy, relaxed energy. Really give their weight. And soaking into our two hands now, soaking into the palm of our hands, aware of this very center little cup of our hands, soaking all the way to the back of our hands, moving into our thumb, allowing this heavy, relaxed energy to infuse with warmth and ease each segment of our thumb to the very tip. And from the knuckles of our left hand and our right hand, we start to soak into our fingers, segment by segment, becoming saturated with the weight of this heavy, relaxed energy, so that our two hands can rest deeply for a moment. Our hands do so much for us. From pushing back the bedclothes this morning to brushing our teeth, they've washed us, they've dressed us, they prepare food and drink, and then they feed us so kindly. They're like caring parents with us at all times. They offer us care in so many ways. So we can really allow our two hands to rest with our gratitude that in this moment there's nothing for them to hold, there's nothing to carry, they have no jobs to do, so that they can really rest and take their ease, bathed in our gratitude. And then shifting our awareness again to settle below our belly button. So just to settle very warmly and deeply this lower part of our tummy. Sensing this heavy, relaxed energy filling our lower torso. Every organ being able to receive this ease so that tension can release. Sometimes these very fine paths that anxiety takes, taking hold of our lower organs. So really allowing this deeply relaxing energy to soak through these organs. Imagining that each has the space it needs to be well, to function beautifully. And then allowing this infusion to begin to rise in our torso. This heavy, relaxed energy soaking into our liver, our tummy, our lungs. Sensing this constant motion of breath. And maybe this sense that we are not even doing the breathing, that there is some innate wisdom in our lungs that knows just what to do, or some innate wisdom in the air that knows just where to go. This quality of being deeply supported. And moving up to the upper part of your chest, just sensing this expansion, the upper chest, filling with this heavy, relaxed energy. So again, this part of our body that takes a lot of emotional brunts, really allowing this part of us to become suffused with deep ease so that it can let go very deeply. Really rest, spacious quality of ease. And allowing your awareness to rest on the area of your heart. Precious heart. Your heart has been beating for you since before your lungs could breathe air. It has been beating for you for such a long time. And even when we curl up and sleep at night, your heart keeps beating. It stays alert to every need through the darkness of the night. And we know there are times where our daily life takes a real toll on our heart, physically or emotionally. There's a lot to cope with. We know at times our heart has been in such pain. So we offer this moment as a gift to our heart, allowing our heart to beat in this kind, warm, easeful space, allowing our heart to beat at its own perfect pace, steady and strong, with no pressures, no other considerations except to thrive. Allowing this deep environment of ease for our heart to beat within. Just resting, refreshing, nourishing. Then allowing this heavy, relaxed energy to move further upwards again at the base of our neck, to begin to infuse our neck with ease. Our neck holds tension very easily. So sensing the skin of our neck, the very strong muscles that strap around our neck, sensing our airways, this air moving through our throat, sensing perhaps the very fine larynx, tiny little larynx that enables us to communicate so powerfully. Allowing our entire throat to fill with this heavy, relaxed energy. Resting deeply. Knowing that it's okay to let go. And from the nape of our neck, drawing our awareness now up the back of our head, so aware of our hair resting in our scalp on our skull, our brain inside our skull, coming all the way to the very crown of your head, just sensing this part of your body, and then coming to the very front of your hairline, very top of your forehead, and allowing your awareness to wash over your face very gently, as though someone pulled a silk scarf across your face. It's very light, fine attention. Aware of your forehead, all the way down to your eyebrows. Is it possible to sense your forehead from the inside, from the side that rests against your skull? Allowing this infusion of heavy, relaxed energy so that your forehead can smooth can drape a little. Your face just knowing that it's okay to let go. Often we hold our thinking or our concerns, our dissatisfaction in our face. So it's okay to let all this rest for a little while. And instead we'll create a pathway for this deep ease to infuse through our face. Our eyes resting, aware of our eyelids. Can you sense the inside of your eyelids? Part that rest against your eyes. Can you sense your eyelashes? The fine musculature around your eyes. All those smiles. All those little muscles. Sensing your cheeks, your ears, knowing that when your ears hear, they are literally being touched by sound. There's a real presence in what is being transmitted. And sometimes our ears have heard very ugly, angry, violent sounds. So we can aspire to allow them to be touched in such a way that they will be nourished. Touched by birdsong, beautiful music, by silence, by wise words, nourishing conversations. We really offer the sound to our ears as a gift. And then moving to the front of our ears until we sense our jaw, sensing our jaw muscles that move through our jaw, following it all the way down to our chin, allowing it to infuse with this heavy, relaxed energy. There are times where our jaw has gritted itself, has held itself very tight so as to steady us in a strong moment. But in this moment, it's okay for our jaw to let go. It can allow itself to be infused with a deep sense of ease, this deep release. Bringing our awareness to our lips, noticing if they're touching or if they're apart, and then moving to the inside of our lips so that we move inside our mouth and sense our gums holding our teeth, our upper palate, inside of our cheeks, finding the tip of your tongue and then relaxing back as your tongue gets thicker, broader, just following your tongue all the way back. Is it possible to sense the origin point of your tongue and to rest there. Just letting go. Allowing this whole space to fill with this heavy, relaxed energy, moving through muscle and bone, membranes, space of our sinuses, our brain, filling our whole head and including our neck, our torso, our shoulders, washing down through our arms all the way to our fingertips, and from our hips washing down our thighs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, so that we hold our whole body in this rich, easeful awareness. And you might scan through to sense if there's any muscular tension or holding in any parts of your body. Maybe a sense of pain or numbness. Just allowing yourself, if you discover a holding, to offer this part of your body your care, your attention for a moment. As we focus in, and you can imagine that muscle or that area to be formed of ice. Really hold it in your mind as ice for a moment. And think ice to water. It's possible to sense a melting. Water to vapor. Is it possible to experience spaciousness where there was once holding? Just allowing this very kind, powerful attention, inviting our body over and over again to offer its full weight, to allow itself to be completely supported just for a moment. Really letting go, releasing. Almost as though the floor or the bed or the sofa, almost as though that pushed up slightly, that lifted up slightly to catch our weight even more, just to meet us a little more than halfway. Really hold our weight so that we can let go for a moment. Sensing these waves of breath, these very fine infusions of breath through your body. And imagining these waves as emanating from an ocean of deep peace. That each in-breath brings with it the potential for deep peace to catch in every cell of our body. That every cell can light up with this energy of a deep, profound peace. And with each exhalation, as the wave of our breath recedes, that it might dislodge or move any tension, any holding, any stale habits of thought, anything that no longer serves us. allowing this wash of in-breath, this potential for such peace, and this out-breath, this cleansing and refreshing of our entire body. Allowing yourself to sense your goodness, to sense the goodness of your being in this moment. Your kindness, your peace, your patience, your gentleness, your tender heart. There is so much goodness in you. Really allowing yourself to rest in this state of goodness, this state of wholesomeness. You can rest here for as long as you want. Thank you for the care you've shown.